Afterward, he said, I still intend to look for Roy Batty. I still need you to be there. I think in spite of what you said, you'll help me all you can. Otherwise, you wouldn't be lying there in this bed.
I love you. If I entered a room and found a sofa covered with your hide, I'd score very high on the Voight-Kampff test.
Tonight sometime, he thought as he clicked off the bedside light, I will retire a Nexus 6 which looks exactly like this naked girl. My good God, he thought, I've wound up where Phil Resch said. Go to bed with her first, then kill her. I can't do it, he said, and backed away from the bed.
I wish you could,
Rachel said. Not because of you, because of Pris Stratton, what I have to do with her.
We're not the same. I don't care about Pris Stratton. Listen. Go to bed with me and I'll retire Stratton. Okay? Because I can't stand getting this close and then...
Thank you, he said. 2, he thought. I now have only 2 to retire. Just the Batties. Would Rachel really do it?
God damn it, get into bed,
Rachel said. He got into bed. Afterward, they enjoyed a great luxury. Rick had room service bring up coffee. Rachel said,
Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Would you ever go to bed with an android again?
If it was a girl. If she resembled you. Rachel smiled.
Do you know what the lifespan of a humanoid robot such as myself is? I've been in existence 2 years. How long do you calculate I have?
After a hesitation, he said, About 2 more years?
They never could solve that problem. I mean cell replacement.
Her face had become expressionless. I'm sorry, Rick said. If you weren't an android, if I could legally marry you, I would. Then, saying little, the 2 of them journeyed to the roof field, where his hovercar was parked. They headed toward the suburbs of San Francisco. This is my end, he said to himself. As a bounty hunter, after the Batties, there won't be any more. Not after this, tonight.
You look so sad,
Rachel said. Putting his hand out, he touched her cheek.
You're not going to be able to hunt androids any longer. So don't look sad. Please.
He stared at her.
No bounty hunter ever has gone on after being with me. Except one. A very cynical man. Phil Resch. And he's nutty. He works out in left field on his own.
I see, Rick said. He felt numb, completely.
But this trip we're taking,
Rachel said,
won't be wasted. Because you're going to meet a wonderful spiritual man.
Roy Batty? Do you know all of them?
I knew all of them when they still existed.
I think I can still go ahead and retire Roy Batty, he said. But not Irmgard Batty. And not Pris Stratton, he thought. Even now, even knowing this. So all that took place at the hotel, he said, consisted of a...
The association wanted to reach the bounty hunters here and in the Soviet Union. This seemed to work.
I doubt if it works as often or as well as they say.
But it has with you.
We'll see.
I already know,
Rachel said.
When I saw that expression on your face, the grief, I look for that.
How many times have you done this?
I don't remember. 7, 8? No, I believe it's 9.
She, or rather it, nodded.
Yes, 9 times.
The idea is old-fashioned, Rick said.
What?
He put the car into a gliding decline. Or anyhow, that's how it strikes me. I'm going to kill you, and go on to Roy, and Irmgard Batty, and Pris Stratton alone.
That's why you're landing? There's a fine. I'm the property, the legal property of the association. I'm not an escaped android who fled here from Mars. I'm not in the same class as the others.
But if I can kill you, then I can kill them. Her hands dived for the bulging, overstuffed, kipple-filled purse. She searched frantically, then gave up.
Will you kill me in a way that won't hurt? I mean, do it carefully? If I don't fight, okay? I promise not to fight. Do you agree?
I can't stand the way you androids give up, he said. The car now swooped to the ground. He slammed off the motor and got out his laser tube.
At the occipital bone. The posterior base of my skull. Please.
Putting his laser tube away, Rick said, "I can't do what Phil Resch said." He snapped the motor back on, and a moment later they had taken off again. "I'm not going to kill you. Your car's at the St. Francis, isn't it? I'll let you off there and you can head for Seattle."
Thanks. But you really looked down on me for what I did. You've gone the way of the others. The bounty hunters before you. Each time they get furious and talk wildly about killing me. But when the time comes, they can't do it. Just like you. Just now.
She lit a cigarette, inhaled with relish.
You realize what this means, don't you? It means I was right. You won't be able to retire any more androids. It won't be just me. It'll be the baddies in Stratton, too. So go on home to your goat. And get some rest.
He said nothing. Rachel poked about, found the car's radio, and switched it on. "Turn it off," Rick said.
Turn off Buster Friendly and his friendly friends? It's time to hear Buster's big sensational expose. He's been talking about it, building up to it for...
Rick shut off the radio. Rachel clicked the radio back on.
I want to listen. I intend to listen. This is important what Buster Friendly has to say on his show tonight.
The idiotic voice babbled once more from the speaker, and Rachel rose and settled back and made herself comfortable. Beside him, in the darkness, the coal of her cigarette glowed like the rump of a complacent lightning bug. A steady, unwavering index of Rachel Rosen's achievement. Her victory over him.
Bring the rest of my property up here.
Pris ordered J.R. Isidore.
In particular, I want the TV set, so we can hear Buster's announcement. Yes.
Irmgard Batty agreed.
We need the TV. We've been waiting a long time for tonight.
My own set gets the government channel, Isidore said. Off in the corner of the living room, Roy Batty belched. It's Buster Friendly and his friendly friends that we want to watch, Is. Or do you want me to call you J.R.? Anyhow, do you understand? So will you go get the set? Alone, Isidore made his way down the echoing, empty hall to the stairs. The potent, strong fragrance of happiness still bloomed in him. The sense of being, for the first time in his dull life, useful. He entered Pris's former apartment. The silence all at once penetrated. You have to be with other people, he thought, in order to live at all. Thank God they stayed. It would require 2 trips to transfer Pris's possessions to the apartment above. A few minutes later, he had gotten the TV upstairs. His fingers groaning, he placed it on the coffee table in the living room. The Battys and Pris watched impassively. Downstairs again, he gathered the girls' clothing together, stuffed every piece into the suitcase, then labored back up the stairs. On the step ahead of him, something small moved in the dust. Instantly, he dropped the suitcases. He whipped out a plastic medicine bottle, which, like everyone else, he carried for just this. A spider, undistinguished but alive. Shakily, he eased it into the bottle and snapped the cap shut. Upstairs at the door of his apartment, he paused to get his breath. Yes, sir, folks. The time is now. This is Buster Friendly, who hopes and trusts you're as eager as I am to share the discovery which I've made, and by the way, had verified by top trained research workers. Ho-ho, folks, this is it. I found a spider, John Isidore said. The 3 androids glanced up.
Let's see it,
Pris said. Don't talk while Buster is on, Roy Batty said.
I've never seen a spider,
Pris said.
All those legs. Why does it need so many legs, J.R.?
That's the way spiders are, Isidore said, his heart pounding. 8 legs.
You know what I think?
Pris said.
I think it doesn't need all those legs. 8?
Irmgard Batty said.
Why couldn't it get by on 4? Cut 4 off and see.
Opening her purse, she produced a pair of clean, sharp cuticle scissors, which she passed to Pris. A weird terror struck at J.R. Isidore. Carrying the medicine bottle into the kitchen, Pris seated herself at J.R. Isidore's breakfast table. She removed the lid from the bottle and dumped the spider out. She reached for the scissors. "Please," Isidore said. Pris glanced up.
Is it worth something?
"Don't mutilate it," he said. With the scissors, Pris snipped off one of the spider's legs. In the living room, Buster Friendly on the TV screen said, "Take a look at this enlargement of a section of background. This is the sky that you usually see. Wait, I'll have Earl Parameter, head of my research staff, explain their virtually world-shaking discovery to you."